Seeds.com.
On the average, Americans work between 45 to 50 years, hoping to build up enough wealth to retire and live out their golden years. Unfortunately, with taxation, the rising cost of food, energy, housing, and medical, many retirees are forced to live below the poverty line. Is this a flaw free enterprise, or is our monetary unit we call the Federal Reserve Note forcing us into perpetual debt, ensuring inflation and higher taxes? These questions and more can be answered by reading G. Edward Griffin's book, The Creature from Jekyll Island. Congressman Ron Paul states it's what every American needs to know about central bank power, a gripping adventure into the secret world of international banking cartel. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. I will give a silver dollar from the early 1900s to anyone who purchases this book. Call 1-800-686-2237 and order a copy today. It's critical that the public be made aware of the system. Call and order your copy today at 1-800-686-2237. That's 1-800-686-2237.
Protect your freedoms and be independent by learning how to maintain, repair, and customize your own firearms through these exclusive video training courses on DVD from the American Gunsmithing Institute. Call and get a free 2-hour sampler DVD video and catalog. See just how quickly and easily you can learn firearm disassembly and reassembly, accurizing, customizing, super tuning, refinishing, trigger repair, and much, much more for rifles, pistols, and shotguns. Courses available for both the hobbyist and the professional. You can even get certified as a gunsmith and make money part-time, full-time, or as a retirement income doing what you love. Call 1-800-247-5032 to order your free sampler DVD and catalog. That's 1-800-247-5032. Call now and get a bonus $10 saving coupon. 1-800-247-5032 or go to AmericanGunsmithDVD.com. Learn how, learn now with AmericanGunsmithDVD.com, your source for how-to gunsmithing videos.
Thank you for joining us. Larry Pratt and Richard Reeves scheduled today. Richard Reeves in studio. When I get on air and I tell you this is one of the most important, if not the most important broadcasts I've ever done, it's just all the facts are out on the table, everything we predicted, everything we got from the globalist documents and think tanks and leaks is just confirmed. This is their plan. This is their program, the designed collapse of society. And I'm going to talk about that collapse and how we can fight against this by exposing the culprits and the fact that it is by design. They're going to collapse society, blame their puppets, and then offer their solution of even more tyranny and the nanny state and the carbon tax control system through the crisis they're now orchestrating. And I'm going to cover that in a moment. But first, I cannot illustrate to you, the viewers and listeners of this radio broadcast and the folks watching at PrisonPlanet.tv, that this report by Paul Watson, reporting on what was said in the Financial Times of London yesterday, is so essential. Top Clinton official. Only a terror attack can save America. A former senior advisor to President Bill Clinton says that the one thing which can rescue Barack Obama's increasingly tenuous grip on power, as his approval rating continues to plunge, is a terror attack on the scale of Oklahoma City or 9/11. Another startling reminder that such events only ever serve to benefit those in authority. Buried in a Financial Times article about Obama's growing credibility crisis and fears on behalf of Democrats that they could lose not only the White House, but the Senate and the House to Republicans, Robert Shapiro makes it clear that Obama is relying on an October surprise in the form of a terror attack to rescue his presidency. And an attack on Iran is a terror attack. That'll drive up oil, start real terror attacks. Iran's sure to strike back. I mean, it's going to be hellish. They'll be able to crack down on political dissent, take over the web. As they've been saying, they need this new cybersecurity bill to shut the web off during a war. You can see it all coming together. This is the greatest danger this country has been in since its foundation, since we were battling to start the country. Here's the quote. The bottom line here is that Americans don't believe in President Obama's leadership, said Shapiro, adding, quote, he has to find some way between now and November of demonstrating that he is a leader who can command confidence, and short of a 9/11 event or an Oklahoma City bombing, I can't think of how he could do just that. This is why we talk about stage terror so much, because it is the ace in the hole. It is the royal flush. It is the major trump card that they play. And by exposing this, we're able to stop these people. And the fact that the public is starting to wake up. I went over and saw my parents late last night when I was driving home at about 10. And I got the book in the car. I forget the title, but it's the best-selling New York Times #1 best-selling author who wrote Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And my dad's like, this book is about stage terror. You know, the book title deals with a theater fire that happened in Venice, but it talks about how it's nonfiction, how he met with the elite of Italy and the prime minister and others, who I know on record exposed that our government staged terror attacks in Italy in the 70s and 80s to blame it on their political enemies. It's called Operation Gladio. But the point that a New York Times #1 bestseller's new book out that's already a New York Times bestseller, and I meant to bring it in. In fact, guys, will you grab my keys and run out? It's in the passenger seat of my car. That my dad just, you know, grabs, you know, literature or I mean, top nonfiction book. And within 15 pages, it's a book really about false flag terror. I mean, it's just everywhere. You go see movies like Children of Men, and it's all about the government staging terror attacks and putting a sterilization chemical into the population. I mean, most movies I see now, even in fiction. So the point is, there's been a huge awakening to the fact that all of this is going on. There has been a renaissance in understanding, almost a revelation in understanding of this, and everywhere I see it in popular culture. And this is not just the system conditioning us. This is people rebelling who are authors and artists and filmmakers. I mean, I talk to a lot of these people. And, of course, it's The City of Falling Angels by the author of Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. And the New York Times says a urbane and beautifully fashioned book, #1 New York Times bestseller, John Burnett. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And here it is. And it's just so incredible that on page 92, it talks about Operation Gladio and how the Italian prime minister talked to him about how our government stages terror attacks to set up a police state. And, of course, this same Italian prime minister has gone public 2 years ago saying 9/11's an inside job. That's not in the book, at least as far as we know. We haven't gotten through the book yet. But just a side point example of how the awakening to false flag terror is really exploding. All right, we're going to come back into the most important information in this whole rant that I'm laying out and how we can stop these people. Straight ahead. Stay with us.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Alex Jones here with urgent information concerning TrendsResearch.com. The Trends Journal distills the voluminous ongoing research of the Trends Research Institute into a concise, readily accessible form. By tracking 300 separately defined domestic and international trends, the Trends Journal establishes the connections that others fail to see or misinterpret. Gerald Salente's Trends Journal allows you to anticipate change, recognize the implications, and take protective strategies. Individual readers from every walk of life can put the Trends Journal, Trends Forecast, and Trends Analysis to practical use. Extra information to keep you well informed throughout the year when any current event of major social, economic, or political significance occurs. Trends Journal notifies its subscribers of their implications. When you subscribe to the Trends Journal, you'll also receive Trends Alerts. Visit TrendsResearch.com today. That's TrendsResearch.com. Subscribe to the Trends Journal. This information is too important to wait. The Fall of America and the Western World is an all-new 10-hour documentary and survival guide rolled into one. In this film, you will see the reasons why our government is failing and what you can do to prepare. Featuring Dr. Paul Craig Roberts, Joseph Farah, David Icke, Naomi Wolf, G. Edward Griffin, Doug McIntyre, Mark Crispin Miller, Mickey Z, Doug Casey, David McElvaney, and myself, Alex Jones. Protect yourself and get the tools you need to protect your family from these difficult times. The Fall of America and the Western World at www.thefallofamerica.net or click on the banners at Infowars.com and PrisonPlanet.com. Again, that website's www.thefallofamerica.net or call 800-655-1577. Prepare yourself and the ones you love today fallofamerica.net. Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal-Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com for